everyone, it's Sharana from Hair Weight, and today I'm going to be reviewing Insecure Season 4, Episode 1, Low-Key Feeling Myself. Don't demonetize me, y'all. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Guys, it is the Season 4 premiere of Insecure. I am so excited that during this quarantine, we finally have our TV show back. It just touched my soul on this Resurrection Sunday. So, first and foremost, every season has a crazy made-up TV show that should become a real TV show. So I feel like last season was the riff off of Handmaid's Tale, but now this season we have Looking for LaToya. LaToya was just trying to go to Red Lobster to get her some Cheddar Bay biscuits, and you guys know how I feel about my Cheddar Bay biscuits. Ask for 3 and it's for free. Try it, okay? Learn something from me. But we see that, I cannot think of her name, but she used to play on the Steve Harvey Show. She's on there, Portia's on there, Ray J's on there. And then he was like, I didn't kill her, but I killed I said, you know what? I cannot with you, not today, not on the Lord's Day, all of this. But we're giving some crazy information at the beginning of the episode when we see that Issa is on a phone call and she says that she doesn't mess with Molly anymore. So this pretty much lets us know that there is going to be a rift in the friendship between Issa and Molly. And they've had a very dysfunctional friendship since the beginning of season 1. So we saw this coming sooner or later. I guess we just need to figure out what happened. So we see that we kind of go back to before that conversation, and we see that Molly and Issa are together. They're doing yoga, yoga and smoking weed. And I'm just like, how you do yoga and smoke weed, y'all? Like, how is this working? Because Issa done dang gone burnt her yoga mat. I was just like, ma'am, I don't think you're supposed to be doing these together. Like, I'm very proud of anyone who can multitask, but I just feel like weed and yoga just really doesn't go. Like, either you're going to do one or the other. It's just not possible to do two. So we see during the course of this episode, we find out from last season that Issa has been working with Condola to try to help her with her vision of the Black Party. And I love how, even though this is like a comedy and drama, I love how they tackle issues that are still happening today. And one of the reasons she's trying to do the Black Party is because of gentrification. There's events that are happening in our communities, but they're not being ran by us, and it's not people who look like us who are at these events. And so I think that it's so cool that they find ways to incorporate real issues that are affecting our community, as we've seen from the previous seasons as well. And so she's working with Condola, who we know is messing with Lawrence now, but she does not know that. We found out in the season 2 finale that Condola was going to meet someone on the date, and that man was Lawrence. So I was just like, ooh, this gonna be messy, and I am so here for it. So as she's planning this, they have this meeting, and essentially Tiffany is there, and I didn't know Tiffany was pregnant again. Did that happen in season 3? Did I miss something? Like, I thought I watched all the episodes, but I was like, girl, it looks like you're due any day now. Was that a baby shower they were at? Huh. Okay, it came back to me in the middle of this review, so sorry you guys. It came back to me because they met at the baby shower, which is the topic of discussion because they were asking her about her flowers on her desk, and this is when she says, hey, your baby shower brought us together. And so Issa looking like, huh? And I'm looking like, huh? And then Tiffany looking like, oh snap. And I was like, Tiffany, you really knew that she went on a date with Lawrence and you decided not to say anything? Even after you saw that they were working on this project together, you didn't think it would be important or pertinent for you to at least tell Issa or to tell Condola that she is messing with her ex. And like, she trash. Like, y'all let me know who more trash. Is Tiffany more trash or is Molly more trash? And we'll get into what happened with Molly a little bit later, but I was just like, Tiffany, girl, and you knew you was wrong because the whole time you was like, I think Issa mad. Anytime you like, I think she mad, and you know you trash, and you know you wrong, just raggedy. Ugh. So after this happens, of course, things get very awkward. Issa tries to play it off and says, you know what, it's cool, like we're exes, woo, 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 it's all good. But we see after Condola has a conversation with Lawrence, and then she finds out that they dated for 5 years, and this just wasn't some random, we went on a few dates. Then Condola becomes a little awkward and a little apprehensive about the situation. She disinvites Lawrence to the mixer, and she kind of tells him like, hey, I need a rain check. She kind of needs to get her head right as to what is going on, even though Lawrence told her it was okay if they still did the project together. So during the midst of all of this, we see that at the party, they host a Black party, but Issa's not really comfortable with what her vision is, and she's not very good at relaying what that vision is to everyone else. So this is already compounded with the fact that Condola and Issa's energies are off because it's very awkward between the both of them as they both found out this like bombshell information. And even Lawrence, who I thought he knew too, and I was like, you trash, Lawrence. I know you good for some trash stuff, Lawrence. But he didn't know, so I was like, okay, I take it back. I apologize, Lawrence. The Lawrence high, because I know how y'all get up in these videos. Don't be coming in my comment section coming for me because I'm coming for you too. So we see that their energy is off at the party, so they should decide to divide and conquer. However, Issa is not very good at relaying what her vision is to the investors. She feels as though that she has to kind of switch things up, tell people different things, depending on what their interest is with investing into the block party. So things get even crazier when her crazy roommate, who thinks that her brother is fine, but when she tried to explain to her that her brother is gay, he's single, but he's gay, she was just like, so Benjamin daddy gay? I said, ma'am, your son, Benjamin, he right there. Even he looking like, huh? What is going on? I was like, ma'am, have several seats, okay? They start playing Back That Thing Up, and I was just like, y'all, this not the time or the place. You already got Kelly over here. Just bless her. So I just missed her so much. She's just truly a blessing to us in these horrible quarantine days. But she making drinks too hard, trying to get indecent proposals from investors. I was just like, Kelly, I just can't with you, but you still a blessing to me, girl. So things get a little crazy, and we see Cheryl, who is one of the investors from Diageo, who Condola introduced to her. We see that she's about to leave. However, Issa saves the day with her speech of clearly defining what her vision is. And so things turn out to be a success. She gets the investors that she needs in order for them to do the big black party, and really helping bring back that notion that, you know, in our communities, we need to be the ones who are putting on these events, who are still inviting the actual people within the communities. And so I love that they find a way to always bring it back to like a current cause that's affecting us today. But in the meantime, let's get on Molly, okay? I thought it was really funny. Side note, that Issa's been returning her clothes to like continue her spring wardrobe. And the girl's like, you can't do this. Like, ma'am, tell me where it says in this return policy that I can't return nothing no more. Mind your business. This ain't your daddy's company. I was like, go ahead and tell her. Oh, and then also too, you know what? Issa, I know that you're trying to get your life together, but that doesn't mean that you have to take bad strokes. She up here smashing the security guy. And it's not because he's hefty, because us plus size people, we got to stick together. And maybe there's more cushion for the push and there's more love in bigger sizes, okay? But that stroke game, when she said maybe you need less momentum, I died, because I know people have been there. I've been there. And my mom was watching. I've never been there. I don't know what anybody's talking about. But if she's not watching, I've been there before. Like, it was a very painful time in my life that I tried to just block out of my mind. But when he was said that missionary position was popping, so that's because you couldn't do no other type of strokes any other position. What are you talking about? I was like, Issa, girl, you better than that. Protect your energy, okay? I know you want to get some, but sometimes it just ain't even worth putting yourself through all of that, girl. You better than that, girl. Get you somebody with some better stroke game. But on to Molly. So Molly's been getting on with her boo thing, Andrew. And I was like, hey, Molly, you looking good, Molly? We got that wig budget update. Because you know it's a war on wigs in black films and TV shows, okay? So I was just like, you know, Molly's hair was already slayed beforehand. But I was just like, they just elevated it to another level. I was like, hey, girl, give me that 70s hair. Oh, okay. I was like, I see you, girl. She's looking good in that purple suit, too. Her and Andrew having a great time, having fun together, nothing too serious. They're just enjoying each other's company. Of course, what do we call that? A situationship. So they're on their way to the party. And before I even get to that, Andrew, I had to clear my throat for this. Why would you think it's okay to bring your raggedy, disappearing, ain't-ish friend Nathan? You really took the time to ask Molly, to ask her, ask Issa, could he come? No, he can't come. Love don't live here no more. We're not messing with Nathan. I was like, Andrew, you have several seats, okay? I was standing for you until you had the audacity to ask that. I didn't understand. I was just like, Nathan, who? That was so season 3. He's not coming to season 4. So, had to clear my throat real quick, okay? It's not the Rona, so don't y'all even start in the comment section. So we see as they're on their way to the party, they're kind of joking around. She asks him, was he free Friday for a date? He's like, any day but Friday. She's like, what, you got another date with another girl? And then she realizes that he actually does have a date with another woman. She finds out that he's dating other women. I'm just like, well, Molly, you said you're just having fun. You don't want anything to be defined. So I'm confused as to why this is bothering you, to the point where you're not acting weird at the party. Then you send him home by himself. I'm just like, Molly, make up your mind on what you're trying to do. For someone who has it so together in other areas of her life, and I wouldn't even say that, you act like a child sometimes. This is what happens when your expectation doesn't match up with your reality. This is why people be like, oh, he up here messing with other girls and stuff, and we together. Are you together? Do you have a label? Because if not, you're single, he's single. Also, if you ain't got no ring, you single. Plain and simple. I don't know why people be doing things outside of the title that they actually have. I just can't deal. But we see that all of this kind of comes up to a head at the end of the episode when we see that Tiffany, she's still trash. Trying to talk about, oh, I'm so proud of you. Then she was like, I don't know why I'm crying. It's the hormones. I don't even care about this. I was like, girl, stop it. And I was like, Issa, why did you forgive her so easily? Because I really felt like that warranted a conversation as to why you felt as though that it was okay for you to not tell her or even Condola what the deal was with Lawrence. So then Molly's, who should be like congratulating her friend, is kind of giving her like just bad energy at this point. And then she basically tells her like, you know, I don't see how you think it's okay to keep working with Condola after you know that she's with Lawrence. And she was like, I swear you just want your life to be messy. And I was like, girl, she want her life to be messy. You are messy. You messy. You sit up here telling her that she messy. You like your life messy. Your life been messy season 1, 2, and 3, and it seems that you off to a great start in season 4 of being messy. Like, I just felt like wasn't that the pot calling kettle black? And then you have the nerve to say that I'm just trying to be a friend and hold you accountable. Ma'am, you need to take your own advice and hold yourself accountable. Because obviously you haven't been doing that for yourself. I was just like, Issa kept it real cute and kept it classy and played it off, but you could tell she was looking at her crazy too. And then you had the nerve to take her advice at the end and then basically tell Andrew and send him a text. That's so childish too. If you want to convey stuff like that, do not do stuff like that through a text message. You should have showed up looking cute at his front door and apologize like to him and then explain like why you were acting the way that you were acting because you were being childish. I was just like, Molly, I really want you to get your life together. I do not want to see the same Molly that I've been seeing from season 1 to season 3. And if this is what we're going to get, then I understand why you and Issa aren't cool anymore. And I'm happy that Issa is like trekking on, trying to, you know, feeling herself, keeping her life headed in the right direction up. What do we call that? Growth. So I find it really interesting to see what happens with their relationship because I don't think this is the only thing that's kind of going to lead to the fall. We see in the previews for next week, she starts hanging out with Condola, who actually ends up going to Lawrence at the end of the episode, kissing him, and then they end up having sex, which was whack. I was like, girl, to be honest with you, Lawrence stroke wasn't right either with her. He wasn't giving that stroke like with the other girl in the previous season. So I was just like, Lawrence ain't giving you what we done seen before. Because we done seen some good strokes from Lawrence, and that just looked boring. I'm sorry. It just did. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But yeah, so I guess we'll have to see what happens in the upcoming episodes for the season. I really hope that Molly doesn't mess things up with Andrew, but it's Molly. Of course she's going to mess things up because she can't help but sabotage her own life. I just couldn't believe she really tried to give advice to Issa and say that she was holding her accountable. It just ticks me off to this day. Just thinking about that, she really had the audacity to say that to her. And I think that Tiffany, Issa needs to have a conversation with Tiffany. Right now, the only good friend she got is Kelly, and Kelly just crazy. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think it was a good season 4 premiere. I think it kind of sets us up. They let us know like there's going to be a demise in Issa and Molly's relationship. And we have to just kind of see how all of these things play out. I do wonder, is Issa going to find love this season or is it really just going to be about her? And I want to see how her and Condola's relationship evolves or kind of falls apart. Because y'all can only be cool or cordial for so long. Being that you both have slept with and dated the same guy. So I don't know how that's going to work out either. But I think it was a great start to the season 4. I can't wait to see what else they have in store for us. But those are my thoughts on the Insecure season 4 premiere. Low-key feeling myself. I'm sorry. But those are my thoughts on the episode. As always, my name is Sharona from Pay Your Weight. And if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit the notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. I'll see you soon.